Hey Suj, what's up, man?
I'm 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 happy to be back with the fixtures up and running.
Yeah, hey, I was looking at the fixtures initially and I thought to myself, yo, there's some crazy stuff United, but before we get there, how boring has this last couple of weeks been?
That's why the fixture list has given us a little bit of something to look forward to. It's like the start of what's eventually going to become a full blown hectic season of FPL.
Yeah, and look, we're gonna have lots of changes and we're gonna be doing a lot of things, so hopefully it'll be more exciting, way more exciting than last season's, and
Definitely.
hopefully not a two-horse race. But speaking from there, let's look at the first fixture and my word, it's crazy, eh? We're just looking at the fixture list here. The first day is on a Friday. What's going on there?
4-0, 5-0 even.
Photo.
That's 6-0 maybe even.
Yeah, but it's weird, right? That they're starting on a Friday. Is this got anything to do with the winter break?
Look, they're not actually having a winter break as such. From what I read, they're having like I think it's in January or February, where they're having two alternate weekends where 10 teams play on one weekend and 10 teams play on the other weekend. So it's not actually
Oh,
a full break.
oh, okay.
But I
Oh,
mean,
oh,
it's
okay. But so like, it's
it's
kind of like
Friday.
trialing it. Okay. But then, but you did. I remember last season you did say that there were going to be more Friday games
Yeah.
from this
Well,
season onwards.
there's the evidence.
Yeah, and then I mean first day, and then Liverpool getting to play promoted team Norwich on their first try. That's going to be. I'm guessing there's going to be a lot of Mane captains and Salah captains.
Of course. Well, if you can afford either one or even both, then yeah.
Yeah, but having a look at the fixtures, the first. I mean, we'll really just look at the first couple of weeks. I just wanted to see when do United play their first game.
I
We
thought we
play
picked the
on the
first.
Sunday, and oh, isn't that
Yeah.
nice? Isn't that
Well,
nice?
maybe that's the right time to play them with no coach and their best players gone.
Yeah, fair enough, fair enough. But Man United,
And
Chelsea, yo. So is it safe to say give Man United a skip? I mean, playing Wolves the next game. That's a my give up there. That's a my give up
yeah,
early in the season.
look, they're not terrible, but they're not great. They're not Liverpool great.
Yeah, for sure, for sure. Other than that, I noticed that like when it comes to the fixtures for the like some of the big teams, Man City are playing. They're playing Tottenham in the second week. Their second week they're playing Tottenham at home. You see any troubles for them there?
Nope,
Nope.
win.
That's
That's a
it.
win.
And then I mean, look, if I'm looking at their first six fixtures, they've got West Ham, Tottenham, Bournemouth, Brighton, Norwich, and Watford. That's a nice run of fixtures for them to start off.
18 points.
Yeah, and then if you contrast that with Liverpool's ones, they're playing Norwich first up, obviously, Southampton, and then they play Arsenal in the third week. That's where is that? Let's pull that down here. So yeah, and they're playing at home as well. I don't know. Arsenal traditionally, Arsenal and Spurs have the same problem. I think start of the season they never usually start with a bang, but I mean it's in the third week they might be ready to face Liverpool, and then after that they play Burnley, Newcastle, and then they play Chelsea. So their season is definitely a harder start compared to City's.
I suppose, yeah. But I mean, the more important part would be the end.
Yeah, yeah. But in terms of FPL, Suj, like if you were looking for fixtures, then what would you be looking for, like to start picking your players?
Now, I definitely have to choose from Man City and Liverpool first. But obviously, everything hinges on the pricing. It's like
Right,
if
right. The pricing, yeah. You can't really strategize or anything until those pricings out, especially since the Liverpool players are probably going to be a lot more expensive, eh?
oh, definitely, I think Mane is going to be 12.5.
12.
Why not?
Yo.
He was doing everything Salah was doing last season, so why not?
Yeah, no, no. Okay. What about
I'd like
Firmino?
well, Firmino will probably stay the same price or go maybe a million more. But what I'd love for them to do is, what we need to do is get the deep underappreciated players. Like hopefully Sanchez goes down to 4.5 or something.
4.5.
That's what he deserves, man. I'll pick him and put him on my bench.
Yeah. Ish, no, he must just go. That's all. Then
Yeah, everything.
but then let's transition to Liverpool's rivals because out of the teams that I've been looking at, I saw that Everton looks like they have the most favourable fixtures out of the first 6 weeks. So they're playing. Look at this, right? They're playing Crystal Palace. Okay, they're playing Crystal Palace, Watford. They're playing Aston Villa, so that's a promoted side. Then they play Wolves at home. Then they play Bournemouth. Now they've got some very nice
Yeah,
fixtures. They don't
very,
face
very.
they don't face a single Big Six team for for at least 6 weeks. And then I think they play City. If I look at game week 7, they'll play City.
Okay. Also,
Yeah,
you must remember,
they
when Leicester won the league, it actually didn't like start the start of the season where they just went all out. It started the season before where they ended off well. I think they were on a run of like 11 unbeaten at the end of the season before, and with that Everton is that at the end of the last season were doing pretty well. They kept a good, I think 6 or 7 clean sheets and all that near the end. So they are on some type of upward trajectory, you
yeah.
know, coupled
And
with this features. And they cheap Owens, but I think you can fill your team with 3 Everton Owens instead of filling it with 3 Liverpool Owens and not bust your budget.
yeah. I mean, the likes of Alex Arnold and all that's going to be expensive. And if you look at the Everton, I mean, come on, Digne and Coleman's going
Yeah,
to be the one to watch because Coleman came back from a major injury last season, but this season he's a good player, and I really thought United should have signed him like 2 seasons ago. I think
yeah,
he will be one to watch, and his price will probably drop a little.
hopefully. I
Yeah.
mean, Sydney, they had a fantastic season. Carlson had a good season. Um, what else is cheap there? I won't really touch the goalkeeper.
Yeah, Sigurdsson obviously is your man there.
Yeah,
33 years old now, I think, but I think he'll still be in and amongst the points.
yeah. But like I said, it all hinges on the pricing, man. It's the
Yeah,
way
for
it is.
sure, for sure.
But
Um,
fixture-wise, yeah, Everton are the ones to really watch.
yeah, and then I mean, they're also going to be playing all three. I think all three of the in like the first 10 weeks. I think they play all the promoted sides, and I don't think much of the promoted sides this time around. I must say.
That's great. That's about the time when you play your first wild card, so you can ship them all out.
Yeah, yeah. The other team I want to look at and I'm curious about is Newcastle, because if Newcastle get bought, do you think there's still enough time in the transfer window for them to like spend big and then take a
Look,
chance on them?
even if they spend big and get a whole lot of players, they're just going to be that Manchester City of early years, of early Arabian takeover,
Yeah,
where they bought a whole lot of good players, but they were never gelling and they never actually did anything until they got a proper manager.
that's true. When I look at their first fixture, I don't think that.
But
But to
having
be
said
honest, they
that,
probably will beat Arsenal there.
yeah, I suppose. Well, I hope so. But I mean, Benitez is a good coach, but I like that. Oh, he can do his thing and if you give him a little bit of money, I'm sure he'll do even better.
Yeah. So yeah, if I'm just curious. Okay, they play Norwich in the second week. They
I think we
play
should watch
Spurs.
with them.
Oh no. Arsenal and then Spurs a couple of weeks later.
Yeah, wait and watch.
Yeah, wait and watch definitely. Um, I wonder who else are out of the other teams
Bournemouth,
like
I always kept my eye on Bournemouth last season.
Bournemouth.
Definitely
Let's see. Yeah,
Wilson and definitely Fraser.
yeah. But if they can
Guaranteed.
keep, that's if they can keep injury free, because Wilson's another.
No, but they're
He
fine. They're
just
cheap.
loves the hospital bed, young.
It's fine. They're cheap. I'll put him on a bench. Play the beat on.
Yeah. But I mean, game weeks 3 to 5, they play City, and then they play Leicester and Everton. Ooh, that might be not too keen for me.
Look, this you have to take with a pinch of salt because, I mean, you're buying them mainly for their pricing and the fact that they play well. They get points. Yes, they
Yeah,
won't get it against they can get against United. I mean, against City and stuff like that. But I mean, you're gonna keep them for a while because they're cheap. You're not gonna
Yeah,
really
yeah.
rotate your people.
If I look at the other big six, I mean, are we gonna look at anybody else like
Do you
Spurs
want them
maybe? Let's
to?
just see what Spurs fixtures are like. Let's check.
Yeah, Spurs, will Kane be ready? Will he score again in August?
Ooh,
No.
Spurs have a fantastic fixture list. Playing Aston Villa in their first game. Okay, that's points.
Wait.
Then, then Man City, away from home. Nice. And
Wait.
then they play Newcastle,
Wait.
and then they are Arsenal, away from home. Yo, so their
Oh, yeah.
fixtures are not too keen either.
Yeah.
But
Especially.
we just, I mean, obviously we're just doing now, doing our initial reaction to the fixture list. But I mean, I think before the season starts, we must maybe talk a little bit about FPL strategy, and then we can take like some of the teams that you would want to like focus on, and then we can go through their fixture list specifically.
Yeah.
There's a lot of websites out there that give you like their fixture difficulty and they color code it and whatnot.
Okay. You can do
Yeah,
that. Plus, also, yeah, the strategy has changed in the last couple of years of FPL with so many people playing. I mean, I remember a time where you would actually invest in team value so you could use it in your second wildcard. But now, with the amount of changes that go on with the millions of people that are playing, it's very difficult to keep track of that or
yeah,
even capitalize. So,
yeah.
some of
No,
the strategies have just like I had a whole strategy of don't make any changes, try and make
yeah,
as little change as possible. But there is a point where you can get to where if you bring in the right guy for -4, he'll pay you back what you need to get, and you'll have a new player going forward.
yeah.
You know?
I think a big mistake people made, like you said last season. Typically, the typical thing to do is to like buy and hold for a little while. But last season, what's his name from Man City, the defender? Ooh, I
Uh,
forgot his name now.
support
No, not Laporte. The other guy
Mendy,
that got injured.
Mendy.
Yeah, Mendy. He was destroying us there. Mendy and Robertson. Because I mean, Robertson was still, I felt like an unknown quantity, and so was Mendy. And then they just started blasting in goals, and then everyone tried to jump onto them, and then they got injured. And so I mean, you, I think a key mistake people must avoid next season is in those first few weeks you probably do have to swap players in and out just so you can get to the status quo,
Yeah.
sooner rather than later.
Well, hopefully.
Yeah, and then I mean, like I said, the top six teams, they're not necessarily where all your points can come from. Other like the two horse race, it was if you weren't heavily invested in Liverpool and City, it was curtains for you, especially if you thought you were gonna rely on like Hazard and stuff like that, who only started playing well towards the end. Oh, before we go, I want to just go over one more, which is the Leicester team, because with Brendan Rodgers there, I think they should have like a really good season as well. Eh? I mean, they were doing brilliantly at the end. You did mention earlier. So do you think Vardy? Like, I mean, Vardy's on the wrong side of 30, obviously.
Yeah, but he's got the best record of any player against any of those big teams.
Well, let me just check here. How many
Head
of the
and
big teams?
shoulders above everybody else.
Yeah, I think the front lines are going to become important. So they play Wolves in their first game. They're
Win,
playing Chelsea in their second game.
win.
Yeah, I mean, hey, the situation at Chelsea, you could say that. Play Sheffield
Win.
United the next game. Then they are on Bournemouth.
Bournemouth.
Okay, yeah. They've got
Win.
some decent fixtures to look
Yeah.
forward to.
Get value from that team
Yeah.
as well.
Yeah. Oh, and I see in the sixth week they play Man United.
Carlos, shame.
Okay. Okay, well, let's leave it there. And yeah, Suj, I can't wait for the season to start. But what we are going to do is we're obviously going to try and put out a couple of videos just to talk about strategy, man. Especially for people who are beginners. There's quite a few people who've been talking to me, and they say like they're less interested because they think it's like Super Brews where you just pick a team and pick a win and all that. And obviously it's not the case. So maybe we can just do like basic strategy on how
Yeah.
to pick your team, how to look at fixtures, even maybe like resources as to, what do you look for every week to say where you're gonna make your changes,
Yeah, look, I think that's a good idea because I mean, you actually need to go
Watch
back
the
to
show.
basic.
Watch this show. We'll give it to you. Okay.
But with your team from last season, you need to go back to basics. So
Back to
I
basics
think for
for
you,
sure.
then
Yeah. Oh, and another thing is obviously we're still talking about it, but we're gonna try and what we must maybe do is separate the FPL news from the captaincy thing, so that we can shrink these videos down. Because I think
well,
that's
look,
another thing people have been asking for us to do is just to like shrink the video as much as we can.
okay, yeah,
Yeah.
I will do that. That's easy.
Yeah. Okay, well, that's it, guys. Look forward to the some of the friendlies that are gonna come up. Yeah, no one for that. Otherwise, if you like what we're doing here, please remember to click like on this video and subscribe. The engagement really helps, and with YouTube's algorithm, who knows how it works, but I'm sure somehow it will go up there. Maybe we
Yeah,
must switch to clickbait titles. You know,
maybe, yeah.
like fixtures leaked. That's how some of the videos I've seen leaked. Meanwhile, it's years and years live on the website.
Can we just name it FPL strategy to finish number one, guaranteed?
Okay. We'll definitely do that. Anyway, cheers, man.
Cheers, man.